FB tweet. Pinterest email send text message print. In Mariupol, a port city in southern Ukraine that's been under siege by invading Russian forces since early March, dead bodies are left carpeted through the streets, the mayor says. Vadym Boychenko told the Associated Press on Monday that more than 10,000 civilians have been killed and the death toll could double to 20,000. Controlling Mariupol, just 35 miles from the border, is a key part of Russia's strategy. As a result, its residents have been left without vital infrastructure and faced some of the most horrific attacks of the war, including the destruction of a theater where residents were sheltering inside and the bombing of a children's hospital where dozens were burned to death. Russia has repeatedly denied targeting civilian sites, despite these accounts, and has claimed some of them were faked. Mayor Boychenko, who said a week ago that most of Mariupol was without power, heat, water and other necessities, accused Russia of blocking humanitarian convoys for weeks, preventing supplies from flowing in and evacuees to move out, in order to conceal the catastrophe unfolding in his city, the AP reports. The U.S. says the Russian military allegedly committed war crimes in Ukraine and has made promises to investigate. Speaking by phone from outside Mariupol in Ukrainian-controlled territory, Boychenko gave details to the AP on the extreme measures Russian forces are allegedly using to hide evidence of the devastation and mass death. The invading troops, he said, were storing bodies in facilities and refrigerators at a shopping center before they are incinerated with mobile cremation equipment. Mobile crematoriums have arrived in the form of trucks, Boychenko told the AP. You open it, and there is a pipe inside and these bodies are burned. Russia's attack on Ukraine continues after their forces launched a large-scale invasion on February 24, the first major land conflict in Europe in decades. Details of the fighting change by the day and the actual number of dead and wounded is difficult to determine, especially in places like Mariupol, which are largely cut off from the outside world. More than 4.5 million have fled the country as refugees, and half are children, according to the United Nations. Millions more have been displaced inside Ukraine. The invasion, ordered by Russian President Vladimir Putin, has drawn condemnation around the world and increasingly severe economic sanctions against Russia. With NATO forces amassed in the region, various countries are offering aid or military support to the resistance. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has called for peace talks, so far unsuccessful, while urging his country to fight back. Putin insists Ukraine has historic ties to Russia and he is acting in the best security interests of his country. Zelensky vowed not to bend. Nobody is going to break us, we're strong, we're Ukrainians, he told the European Union in a speech in the early days of the fighting, adding, life will win over death. And light will win over darkness. The Russian attack on Ukraine is an evolving story, with information changing quickly. Follow People's complete coverage of the war here, including stories from citizens on the ground and ways to help.